Hello everybody, and welcome back to Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel. How are you all doing tonight? So, as you can see from the title, we are doing day 5 of Heaven's Feel tonight, and this is probably gonna be a very long one. There's a long string of scenes that are technically skippable, but skipping them has the potential to mess things up later on and like possibly result in a bad end like several days down the line, because Heaven's Feel has some of the most complicated bad endings in the entire visual novel. So we're probably gonna just go ahead and do those things, just, you know, to be safe. Which does mean we've got a lot to get through, and we're starting late. Awesome! So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it, I suppose. Let's get into day 4. Light flows in. The warmth I feel through my eyelids informs me that it is morning. I turn over and look away from the light. I still feel sleepy. Judging by the feel of the air, it's around 5:30. I went to bed late last night. I came home from the church, forced Saber to sleep in the other building, and finally went to sleep myself around 3 a.m. I don't know if I can cope with only getting 2 hours of sleep. It was a frenetic, exhausting day yesterday. Nobody can blame me if I sleep for another 30 minutes. I think I saw something. It's by my futon. It seems something big is by my futon. Come to think of it, I feel someone's presence. I feel restless, as if someone is watching me. So this means...
Saber!
はい。何でしょうか、シロ。
なんで俺の部屋にいるんだお前。ちゃんと離れの部屋に案内しただろう、昨日。
I leap up from the futon to my feet. No, I stop myself at the last second. Guys, have their circumstances when waking up.
それなのですが、やはり問題があります。部屋には案内されましたが、あそこはシロの部屋から離れすぎています。あなたを身を守るには、常にそばに控えているのが適切です。
That might be too quiet. Sorry, I am adjusting the audio balance.
ちょっと待った。とりあえず離れろ。いいから離れろ。頼むから離れろ。ごめん、セイバーが離れないんだな。俺が離れる。
Still rolled up in my futon, I scramble away from Saber. Saber looks at me with wonder. Man, what does she think of a healthy guy my age? I get nervous from just having her close to me, so it's really shocking if she's sitting by my side when I wake up. And it was a surprise attack, too. If my composure were an army, that would have just annihilated it.
シロ、話の続きですが。
続きって部屋のことか。
はい。万全を期すため、私たちは同室で休むべきです。この屋敷の結界は優秀ですが、あくまで警告を発するだけのもの。攻め込まれた場合、あなたを守る盾にはなりません。
Saber has a point, but I wish she would consider the state of my nerves. I'll go crazy before any enemy attacks us if I sleep in the same room with Saber. It's not like I'll be with Saber all the time, so we should distance ourselves. I I totally forgot about it. I have school today.
シロ、どうしました？突然顔を青くして。あなたがそのような顔をするときは、決まって良くない提案をすると把握していますが。
It seems like the music is too loud compared to the voices. I did adjust this stuff last time, I think. So. Alright. She's sharp. Her previous aura of loyalty is gone, and she keeps me at bay with a distrustful look.
いや、言い忘れていたことがあるんだが。
I kneel and face her. Well, how can I phrase things so that she'll approve of me going to school? Yeah, good luck with that, Shiro. I feel her staring at me, and it hurts. Saber is sitting Japanese style while I cut the tofu. Staring at me with that expression of hers. I will go to school like usual. We never reached a compromise after I said that. Saber objected, of course. She says it is dangerous for me to be alone, but I have my personal life too. Fujine will get suspicious if I skip school, and I won't know what's going on outside if I stay indoors. And to go somewhere with Saber means warning other masters. I think the results will be good enough if I go out on my own, and most of
マ
all...
スター同士の戦いは人目を避けるんだろう？なら日中は安全だ。よほど人気のないところに出向かない限り仕掛けられることはない。
But Saber insists that it's not going to be enough. Her excessive concern pissed me off, so I stubbornly insisted that I'm going to school, and this is the result. Her glare feels like it's burning into me. The moral of the story is, she'll bear a big grudge if you make her mad, and she gets out of hand because she's emotional. So I should be careful not to act stubborn again.
何か言いましたか、シロ？
いや、独り言。この豆腐硬くて。
And she has sharp ears. She's not the type you want to get into a cold war with.
あれ、もうそんな時間か。
After the doorbell, I hear the front door opening. And I also hear the familiar tone of Sakura's voice.
そっか。セイバーと長話してたもんだから、いつもより30分ロスしたわけだ。
But breakfast is almost ready. I thought about having bread to please Saber, but it seemed too much like bribery, so I changed my mind. Japanese people eat rice. I'll counter her violent glare with pressure of when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
おはようございます、先輩。今朝はもうやっつけちゃったんですか？
ああ、だいたい片付けた。おはよう、さくら。藤姉もそろそろだろうから、盛り付け手伝ってくれ。はい、
それじゃあお手伝いしちゃいますね。
Sakura sets her bag down in the living room and greets Saber.
おはようございます、セイバーさん。昨日はよく眠れましたか？
はい。慣れない部屋でしたが、この屋敷には慣れていましたので、問題はありません。
Oh, they're talking. They didn't talk much yesterday, but I guess Sakura's gotten over it after one night.
お待たせしました。先輩、どこから仕上げるんですか？
大皿1枚と人数分の皿4枚。サラダは出来上がってるんで、適当に盛り付けてくれ。
はい。今朝のサラダはジャーマンポテトですか？朝から洋食風なんて凝ってますね、先輩。
Sakura is surprised, but she scoops out the salad onto the big plate. The salad is the only Western food I made. You have to understand, I'm not giving in to Saber, I'm just proactively trying to clear the air between us, yeah, sure.
なんかいい匂い。 先輩、ちょっと味見いいですか？
いいけど熱いぞ。あと甘いかもしれない。
Sakura picks up a piece of potato with the cooking chopsticks.
本当に甘い。これ玉ねぎの甘さじゃないですよね。
Licking her lips, Sakura tries to figure out the ingredients. Her gesture surprises me. I should be used to seeing Sakura sample my food, but when she's so close, I can't take my eyes off her.
美味しいです先輩。この味付け気に入っちゃいました。
Sakura must really like it as she happily scoops the salad onto the big plate. There's nothing unusual about it. The surprise fades, and I sigh with relief.
さくら、
はい、何ですか先輩。
She's the same as always. She's no different from yesterday.
シンジは
I start to ask what happened after he got home last night, but I stop. If Shinji resents me for what happened last night, then he wouldn't allow Sakura to come here to begin with. It should not concern Sakura even if Shinji was a master or even if her family is a family of magi. There's no way Sakura would be involved in the conflict. But I'm still uneasy. If on some impulse Shinji was to tell Sakura about the Mato family, the Holy Grail War, and the battle between the masters, she would no longer be unrelated from that moment on. I have to avoid that.
いや、なんでもない。
はい、それより先輩、今は兄さんに関わらないでください。兄さん、昨日の夜からおかしいんです。気が立っているようだから先輩にもおかしなことを言ってしまうかもしれない。
I need to keep Sakura from finding out. And I know why Shinji's acting strange. Shinji was abnormal last night. His rights as a master were taken away, and he was humiliated by his own grandfather. Considering Shinji's personality, his anger towards me must be much greater than usual. Sakura doesn't know anything. Nobody's told her about her brother or about the secret of the Mato family. Then, is it safe for her to live with Shinji when he's in such a state? No. He hasn't given up. I can't say it's impossible that he'd use violence on Sakura.
先輩、ごめんなさい。朝から迷惑かけてしまっているみたいで。
バカ、迷惑なんてそんなこと言うな。
I'm the one who caused the trouble. I should have expected this when I fought Shinji last night. I have to think of a way to keep Sakura smiling. A dismal air hangs over the rest of the morning. Fujine didn't turn up for some reason, and Sakura was quiet all through breakfast. Saber doesn't talk much to start with, and I'm not the garrulous type. I have no idea what that word is. It doesn't take long to finish breakfast, so Sakura leaves 40 minutes early to go to her morning practice.
それじゃあ失礼しますね、先輩。
Sakura forces a smile as she puts on her shoes.
部活、あんまり張り切るなよ。この前だって体調が悪いっていうのに無理しようとしただろう。朝練は適度に流して奥でお茶でも飲んでろ。三綴がなんか言ったらな、俺に貸し1でいいって言い返せ。
はい、それなら首相も喜びます。
Sakura opens the door. She bows and turns to leave, and walks right into the door.
さくら!
She holds the nose she banged onto the door.
大丈夫か、さくら。話出てないか。
はい、大丈夫です。声優に鼻血なんて見られたら死んじゃいます。
Sakura staggers and gets up. It doesn't seem like it was Sakura's usual clumsiness.
本当に体はいいのか、さくら。今のぶつかったっていうより倒れたように見えたぞ。
おかしいな。そんなことないんですよ。今のは私の不注意で、恥ずかしいです。それじゃあ改めてお先に失礼しますね、先輩。藤村先生には今朝も先輩のご飯は美味しかったってお伝えします。
Sakura leaves, as if to shake off my worries. I guess she's alright. If anything, she's suffering from mental exhaustion.
シンジのこともある。このまま放っておけないよな。
But I have no clear solution. I can't consult Saber, nor can I tell Sakura the truth. Fujine is out of the question, of course. Damn, if only there were someone else at school who I could talk to about the Holy Grail War.
そんな都合のいいやつ、ひょこひょこ歩いてるはずないよな。
Gee, Shiro. Are you forgetting someone? I go up the stairs. Leaving Saber to watch the house, I end up at school, but I'm still a little gloomy.
エミヤくん？
She's here. The one person I can discuss anything with appears out of nowhere. It's almost too good to be true.
そう。私のこと甘く見てるってこと。
She must have something to tell me as well, since she stops and talks to me. Shiro. Shiro. How fortunate for me. Now this... we're not going to run away, because that is the decision that has the potential to cause problems. Let me see. Okay, I guess I am making an executive decision on this. In that case, we are going to ask about Sakura.
いいわ。そっちがその気ならここで決着をつけてあげる。サーバントを連れずに学校に来るなんて。
すまん、五条だ父さんが相談に乗ってくれ。
I close in on Tosaka and push her against the wall. I can't let the other students hear this.
ちょっと何考えてるのよあんた。ここで決着つけるってのはあくまで例えで、まだ周りにみんながいるじゃない。
頼む、頼れるのはお前しかいないんだ。さくらが聖杯戦争に巻き込まれそうでどうしていいかわからない。お前ならいろいろ知ってるし、なんとか知られないまま守れる方法ってないか。
Tosaka stares at me in complete surprise.
すまん、あんまりにもいいタイミングだったからつい取り乱しちまった。そのさくらってのは俺の後輩なんだけど、そいつが聖杯戦争に関わっちまいそうなんだ。なんとかしたいんだけどうまい方法が思いつかなくて、それで。
言い訳は結構。それより早くどいてくれない？ホームルーム始まっちゃうでしょ。
悪い、気がつかなかった。
I quickly let go of Tosaka. I feel my face burning. What was I thinking, pushing Tosaka up against the wall like that? Yeah, what were you thinking?
すまん、謝ってばっかりだけど、とにかく話を聞いてくれ。俺は
相談事があるんでしょ。いいわ、聞いてあげる。
本当か、父さんが。
あのね、聞いてあげないと死にそうな顔して本当かはないでしょ。昼休みに屋上、話ならそこで聞くわ。
Tosaka turns and goes up the stairs. As I look up at her in blank amazement,
バカ、急がないと遅刻するわよ。
Tosaka leaves with those words. I hurry to my classroom. It's 3 minutes before homeroom starts and Fujine isn't here yet. Shinji's desk is empty. It'd be hard to face him after what happened yesterday, but I wanted to settle things. But I can't do anything if he's absent. Going to Shinji's house will only provoke him, so I have to come up with a way that won't involve Sakura. There's another empty desk. That's Issei's desk.
珍しいな。あいつでも学校を休むんだ。
I set my bag down and prepare for homeroom.
お待たせ。どう？今日は朝から新記録でしょ。
Fujine arriving before the bell rings is a rare spectacle indeed. I read that a little bit weird, because I thought that sentence was gonna go a different way. I thought she'd slept in since she didn't come to my house this morning, but she's even more energetic than usual. The lunchtime bell rings. I sprint out of the classroom, buy some bread and tea, and hurry up the stairs. I dash to the rooftop, startling students as I go. My heart's beating fast. It's been pounding faster and faster the whole day. To be honest, I'm nervous. I'm glad that I can consult her, but that... Oops. But that hardly seems to matter now. I must have been crazy to make arrangements with Tosuka Rin. She's the school idol, the perfect honor student, the girl I've admired. I try to catch my breath as I run up the stairs. Anyway, this is a big event. Tosuka is Tosuka, even though she's a master, so I can't be late. And I'm asking her a favor, so I have to get there before her and act cool. But...
遠坂。
遅かったわね、エミヤくん。
It seems there's a line no ordinary person can cross.
話があるんでしょ。立ち話もなんだから座りましょう。
Without waiting for a reply, Tosuka walks over to the water tower. I see. Nobody will see us there, and it'll block the wind.
じゃあ詳しい話を聞かせて。さくらっていう後輩がどうしたのか、昨日何があったのかを。
まあ、少し長くなるけどいいか。
Hello, first name, last name. Welcome in. Act cool, Shiro, act cool. This boy has never acted cool in his life, and he's certainly not about to start.
なるべく手短にね。昼休みそう長くないんだから。
Having her this close is just making me more nervous. But now's not the time. I have to ask her about Sakura.
じゃあ簡単に言うぞ。麻藤さくらって子は後輩で昔からの知り合いなんだ。さくらの兄貴は麻藤真司って言って、これまた長い付き合いだ。で、簡単に言うと昨日の夜他のマスターと戦った。そのマスターが真司だったんだ。
真司がマスターだったって本当？
ああ、あいつのじいさん麻藤宗賢ってやつも言ってたから間違いない。で、麻藤の家はもともと魔術師の家系らしいんだが、遠坂は知ってたのか？
当然でしょう。私が知らなかったこの町の魔術師はあなただけよ。けどそれは絶対にないって思ってた。だって真司は
魔術師じゃない。魔術使いとしての最低条件である魔術回路がないんだってな。麻藤宗賢もそう言ってた。けどそれはあくまで魔術師としての話だろう。マスターになる条件は別だと思う。俺だって真司と似たようなもんなんだ。この際魔術師じゃないとマスターになれないなんて考えはやめた方がいい。
そうで、真司は倒したの？あなた。
ああ、あいつのサーバントライダーはセイバーにやられたよ。真司のレイジも燃えちまって、あいつはマスターで亡くなった。 けどあいつは諦めてないと思う。それだけでも危なっかしいってのに、あいつの家にはさくらがいるんだ。造賢に聞いたけど、魔術ってのは後継者にしか教えないんだろ。さくらは何も知らされずに育てられた。だからシンジが何をしているかは知らない。このまま知らずにいてくれれば、さくらはマスター同士の戦いになんか巻き込まれないで済む。
I just know Rin is listening to all of this like, oh, that's a bunch of bull.
そうね。なのにどうしてさくらが危ないと思うのよ、あなたは。
言っただろ。今のシンジは不安定なんだ。あのままだと一緒に住んでいるさくらだってずっと無関係でいられるかわからない。だから
さくらを巻き込んでしまう可能性が出る前に決着をつけたいっていうのね。それは正しいけど、あなたじゃ無理よ。竜道寺の件もあるし、他の連中はどうもきな臭い。今回の聖杯戦争は思ったより長引くわ。
I see. The best outcome would be for Shinji to give up, but that's not realistic. Then the only option is to separate Sakura from Shinji.
ならあとは一つだけでしょ。そのさくらって子を巻き込みたくないんなら、あなたが保護すればいいのよ。
それは当然考えた。けど俺だってマスターだぞ。家にいたら危険だし、シンジだってよく思わない。それにさくらだって今日から泊まれなんて言われたら嫌がるに決まってる。
はあ、ほんと鈍感なのね、エミヤ君は。
He sure is.
なんでもないわ。とにかくダメ元で聞いてみなさい。シンジからさくらを守るのも、あなたが他のマスターからさくらを守るのも変わらないでしょ。なら自分で努力してどうにかなる方法を選ぶべきじゃないの。さくらって子があなたにとって大切な人間だって言うんならさ。
Tosuka's words hit me hard. It feels like she smacked me in the head.
そうだな。確かにそれはそうだ。俺が勝手にさくらの気持ちを気にする前にさくら本人に聞かなくちゃダメだった。
そうよ。だいたいね、嫌いなやつのとこに毎日ご飯を作りに行くかっていうの。あなたはさくらに頼りにされてるんだから、もっと強気でさくらを振り回しなさい。
Rin!
そんなこと言ったっけ？さくらが飯作りに来てくれてるって。
You slipped up, Rin.
言ったわよ。一番初めに言った。ちゃんと言った。きっと言った。必ず言った。言ったんだから細かいことは気にしないの。
He didn't say anything about that. Her quick shout stops my rebuttal. Oh well. I've already learned that Tosuka wears a mask at school.
わかった。とにかくサンキュー。助かったよ、トサカ。俺一人じゃ変に気を使って決めるのがもっと遅れていた。
あら、
Tsundere
妙に
antics.
素直かと思ったら強気じゃない。結局一人でも結論は同じだったなんて、もしかしてのろけ？
Tosuka smiles. Her smile attacks me by surprise.
いや、そういうわけじゃない。けど明日もさくらが落ち込んでたらうちに止めようって思うだろ普通。
へえ、顔を真っ赤にしちゃってほんと嘘がつけないんだ。エミヤ君、いつも済ましてるけど中身は純情だったってオチ？
そういうお前こそ何者だ。優等生のくせに人をからかって楽しいのか？
失礼ね。相手ぐらい選んでるんだけど。私からかって楽しい相手しか手を出さないもの。ほらほら、寒いんだからもっと場所詰めてよ。あんまり離れると風が冷たいじゃない？
Rin, you're going to kill him.
バカ！お前これ以上くっついたらすごいぞ。大変だぞ。喧嘩売ってんのは買うから離れろ、この悪魔。
I arc back and get my face away from Tosuka. This is bad. Having her close was bad enough, but just now was fatal. After getting to know Tosuka, the person I admired became a dangerous associate. That's fine by itself, but that was too much. When she gets this close to me, I can't ignore her beautiful hair, her soft-looking body, her pretty face. Shiro, we already did her route. My heart's pounding so hard that it feels like it's about to explode. I hate to admit it, but she is beautiful. Her true nature is different than what I thought, but I still admire her. Shiro down bad. He's down atrocious.
とにかく世話になった。俺からの話はこれだけだ。あとは遠坂の話を聞く。
私の話って別にそんなのないわよ。
あれ、だって朝なんか言ってなかったか。
Shiro wants an encore?
いや、俺はどうかしてたんで聞かなかったけど、遠坂不機嫌そうだったじゃないか。
ああ、あれね。あれはもういいわ。用件があったのは本当だけど、今はそんな気分じゃなくなったし。正直、毒気が抜かれたわよ。
毒気が抜かれたって何のさ。
だからあなたのそういうところによ。まあいいわ。物のついでだし、一ついいことを教えてあげる。最近町で原因不明の昏睡事件って起きてるでしょ。あれはサーバントの仕業だけど、そいつのマスターは竜道寺にいるわ。
そういえばさっき竜道寺がどうだの言ってたな。竜道寺ってあの竜道寺か。
ええ、厄介な相手だから手を出すのなら気をつけなさい。あいつら命までは取ってないけど無差別に人を襲ってるわ。まあどんなに魔力を蓄えたところで一度に使える魔力の最大量なんてたかが知れてるし、しばらくは傍観するけど。
Ooh, no spoilers, but it's going to be really fun when we head to the Ryudo Temple. Some very fun things are gonna happen there. I don't think that's today though, is it? Oh no, it is! Oh ho ho ho! Exciting. A master is at the Ryudo Temple. Tosuka is doing her best, even though Archer isn't fully healed yet.
さて、それじゃあエミヤくんは私から仮1ね。知らない情報を教えてもらったんだから。
The honor student smiles boldly. I feel like a frog in front of a snake.
なんだよそれ。俺だってシンジのことを教えただろ。情報交換なら貸し借りなしだ。
あら、シンジのことはさくらのことで総裁でしょ。それともさっきのお礼は形だけだったのかしら。
She's a devil. She's a real devil. Don't let her fool you, everyone. The school's peace is in danger.
さーて、それじゃあ何をもらおうかな。魔術師同士の取引は10日交換ってのが基本よね。
Insert Full Metal Alchemist quote here. Damn, I think my father said something like that as well. I look down at my hands. This is the only thing I have right now.
納
Relatable.
得いった。あなたには返すべき情報がないんだから、こうなったらセイバーの。
仕方ない。遠坂、昼飯まだだろ。半分やる。
I break my bread in half. Reluctantly, I give her the whole can of tea as a show of sincerity.
ちょっとエミヤくん。
ほら食べろよ。今からじゃ食堂も購買も終わってるだろうし、少ないけど腹の足しにはなるぞ。
I hand her the bread. Does she not like it? She looks astonished and...
ありがとう。じゃあ遠慮なくいただくわ。
And she really eats the bread without holding back. School's over, and the commotion is dying down. The students scatter to go to their clubs or head home.
よし、こっちも一足先に帰って準備しなくちゃな。
Even if Sakura is going to stay over, I need to mentally prepare myself. I should go buy groceries and wait for her to come after her club activities.
さて、今日の夜は何したもんか。
I stand in front of the supermarket and think. Having Sakura stay over means convincing Fujine. Then dinner should be something that they'll both enjoy. She must have skipped breakfast, probably woke up late. Knowing her? Yeah, probably.
昨日も派手にやったからな。バイトもしばらく休むし、食いぶちも一人増えたし、あんまり余裕ないんだけど。
But this month is an exception. I have my savings, and I can't be distracted by money during the Holy Grail War. And I should be repaying Sakura every chance I get.
Yep.
I leave the supermarket with bags full of food. I think I bought too much, but it's all good. I got some fresh codfish, so maybe I should make stew tonight.
よしよし。これで藤根対策は万全。
I stop walking. Someone's pulling at my shirt from behind.
何事？
Still wondering, I turn around. Ilya jump scare. There stands a young girl with silver hair. I quickly jump back. I tense myself to act, but the girl just stands there and smiles. I don't feel any murderous intent or hostility from her.
よかった。生きてたんだね、お兄ちゃん。
She looks at me with a big smile. I'm sure of it. This girl is Berserker's master. We don't use words like that here. Okay, this is where I was. Yes. This girl is Berserker's master. She controls the monster who nearly killed me. The girl of the family of Magi who started this war, the family which my father betrayed. Why is she here in the shopping district during daytime? She doesn't feel like a stranger at all. It must be because the priest's story was so vivid. That's why...
イリー、いや
I blurt out her name without knowing what it means.
いや、違った。イリアス、そう、イリアスフィールだった。間違えてごめん。
I quickly apologize. It doesn't matter if she's Berserker's master or the daughter of the Einsburn family. It's just that I can't leave her alone when her face looks so sad. She's glaring at me, probably because I shortened her name.
いや、悪気はなかったんだ。ただ、つい口にしちまったっていうか。
名前教えて。お兄ちゃんの名前教えて。私だけ知らないの不公平。
No, that's not what I want. I don't know how to remove the message from the screen, so I'm just gonna block it off until it goes away. Assuming it does. Oh, she's right. Iliasfeel told me her name, but I haven't told her mine yet.
俺はシロー。エミヤシローっていう。
エミヤシロ。不思議な発音するんだね、お兄ちゃんは。
違うぞ。今の発音だとエミヤシロじゃないか。エミヤが名字でシローが名前なんだ。言いにくかったらシローってだけ覚えてくれ。
I correct her pronunciation. I point right at her nose, and she stands there in surprise. Even though I regret it, it's too late. Looking like she's about to cry.
白か。気に入ったわ。単純だけど響きが綺麗だし、白に合ってるもの。これならさっきのも許してあげる。
She embraces my arm.
待て、イリアスフィール。何すんだよ、お前。
さっきみたいにイリアでいいよ、シロ。私もシロって言うんだから、これでおあいこだよね。
いや、それは言いやすくて助かるんだけど、とにかく待て。
I shake my arm, but Ilya only screams happily and enjoys it. This is bad. The neighbors might spread bad rumors about me if I keep this up.
くそ、何が目的だ。こんな真っ昼間からやり合おうって腹か。
I pull her off by force. Oh. Ilya looks unhappy.
なんだよ。そんな顔してもダメだぞ。何のつもりか知らないが、俺だってマスターだ。そう簡単にやられるわけには。
Groceries in hand, I glare at her. But she only looks back at me in wonder.
イリア。
何、シロ。
She isn't like before. Well, she was laughing back then, too, but her smile is different now. Could it really be?
イリア、お前、戦いに来たんじゃないのか。
何？シロは私に殺されたいの？
Her gaze sends a chill down my spine. No matter how young this girl may be, she is the strongest master. She laughs innocently, but she can also become a ruthless master.
よくわかんないけど、シロがそう言うんなら私はいいよ。予定がちょっと早まるだけだもん。セイバーと一緒にここで死ぬ？
ふざけるな。そんなわけあるか。俺だって殺されるのは嫌だし、こんなところで戦うのもごめんだ。
でしょ？マスターはね、明るいうちは戦っちゃダメなんだよ。シロもセイバーを連れていないし、私だってバーサーカーを連れてないでしょ。
それはそうだけど、じゃあ何しに来たんだよ、お前。俺に会ったのはただの偶然か？
偶然じゃないよ。セラの目を盗んでわざわざシロに会いに来てあげたんだから、光栄に思ってよね。
I feel dizzy. Every time I think she turns into a cruel master, she returns to being the innocent girl. I can't tell which is the real her.
わかった。とにかく、イリアは俺に会いに来た。けど戦うつもりはない。これでいいのか？
私はシロとお話をしに来たの。今までずーっと待ってたんだから、それぐらいいいでしょ。
I don't know what she means by all this time, but it seems Ilya just came to talk with me.
それともシロは私と話すのは嫌？シロが嫌なら帰るよ。本当は嫌だけど、したくないことさせたら嫌われちゃうから。
Ilya looks me straight in the eye. As a master, it's dangerous to spend any time with Ilya. If Saber were here, I bet she wouldn't hesitate to make herself heard. But I can't leave her alone when she looks like that. I know it's reckless, thoughtless, and rash, but...
いや、イリアと話すのは嫌じゃない。本当言うと、俺もイリアとは会って話がしたかった。
やった！じゃああっちに行こう。さっきね、ちっちゃな公園見つけたんだ。
Ilya starts running.
ほら、早く早く！急がないと置いていっちゃうからね。シロー！
She twirls about as she runs.
まあ、なるようになるよな。
I accept this turn of events and follow after Ilya. She called me Shiro, so I should treat her as a normal girl and not a master. There's no one in the park. Nobody is playing in the sandpit or on the swings. It feels desolate, but I sit down on a bench with Ilya. This must look weird to other people. Ilya's a foreigner, so we don't look like siblings, and our ages are too far apart to be friends. If Saber was there, she'd likely be having Iris feel PTSD. Oh yeah, that does come up at times with her interacting with Ilya. I believe it was in Fate when that happened. In Fate Root.
話をしようって何を話せばいいんだよ、イリア。お前から来たってことは、なんか聞きたいこととかあったのか？
なんで？別に私、シロに聞きたいことなんてないよ。
Well, how should I react to this incomprehensible girl?
イリア、話がしたいって言ったのはお前だよな。なのに、なんで用件がないんだよ。用がないんなら来ないだろう、普通。
そうなの？用がないとお話ってできないの？
いや、そういうわけじゃない。今のは言い方が悪かった。用がなくても話はできる。むしろ用のない話って方がいいことかもしれない。けど参ったな。俺はイリアをよく知らないから何を話していいのかわからない。イリアの好き嫌いがわからないからな。イリアだってそうだろ？いきなり聞かれたくないことを聞かれたら嫌じゃないか？
それはそうだけど、じゃあ何を聞けばいいのかな？シロ、何聞いても怒らない？
なんとか。俺のがお兄ちゃんなんだから大人な対応を努力する。
そっか。じゃあシロ、私のこと好き
？What the hell is she asking?
あ、嘘つきだ。シロ怒らないって言ったのに怒った。
バカ、誰だって呆れるぞ今のは。お前が人をぶった切っておいて好きか嫌いかもないだろう。
何よ、あれは違うもん。シロが弱っちいくせに飛び出してくるからじゃない。私は悪くなんてないんだから。
悪くないわけあるか。だいたい初めからやる気満々だっただろう、イリアは。それがどうしてこう突拍子もなく好き嫌いの話になるんだっての。
Ilya quivers up and goes quiet. Crap. I decided that I'd forget about us being masters, but I guess I didn't.
イリア。
なるもん。何よ、シロのバカ。私が止めてあげなくちゃ死んでたくせに。口だけは達者なんだから。
Ilya looks down, trembling. I guess I have no choice. I'm the one who started this whole master conversation. I'm the older one here, don't be so sure about that. And Ilya is a girl.
そのな、イリア。
I prepare myself for what I have to say. Hang on, let me check the flowchart real quick. That's not what I intend to do. Okay, so that gives me... Okay, it doesn't super matter what we pick here. So, I shall leave this decision up to chat. Do we say, I don't hate you, or do we say, I don't mind it anymore? I know they're very similar answers regardless, but... what does chat want us to say? Say we don't hate her? Alright. And that is the better option. So, we don't hate you,
知り合
Ilya.
ったばかりでイリアのことはよく知らないけど、イリアは嫌いじゃないぞ。少なくとも今みたいなイリアだったら仲良くなりたい。
本当？
その妹みたいで楽しい。それとあの夜のことは今後一切口にしない。こんな約束しかできないけど、それで信じてもらえるか？
シローがそう言うなら信じてあげる。
Ilya tackles me and embraces my arm again.
たく、なんなんだお前。
I complain, but I accept it. It's not bad. I don't feel any hostility from her. Her hugging me won't kill me, and it wouldn't be older brother-like to panic now. I guess I'll have to talk with her, just like she wants. My talk with Ilya lasts for about an hour. She listens to my pointless rambling and mundane stories. Since when did it start getting painful? She's an innocent girl. She's a master and has no doubts about it. I think her lack of fear about going into battle is sad. A family of magi called Einsburn. She is sent out as the greatest master, a result of their 1,000-year-old history. If that is Ilya's goal, then...
イリア、一つ聞くけど。
何？
エミヤ・キリツグって名前に聞き覚えはないか？
Oh boy, you're stepping on a landmine, Shiro. I have to ask her this question. The air freezes. The silence is dead.
知らない。そんなやつ、私知らない。
Her silver hair flutters. Fairy-like, she gets up from the bench and turns around.
そろそろ夕暮れだね。夜になったらバーサーカーが起きちゃうから、もう帰らないと。
Ilya waves goodbye.
そっか、そうだな。俺もそろそろ帰らないと。
I get up. This is all the rest I'll get. We will be enemies again once the sun sets. But...
また会えるかな、イリア。
I ask the question as if it's only natural.
どうしようかな。私はそうでもないんだけど、シローは会いたい？
会いたくなきゃ言わないぞ、こんなの。
じゃあ明日も気が向いたら来てあげる。期待しないで待っててね。
She runs out of the park. But she suddenly stops.
さっきのは嘘だよ。本当はね、知ってる人だった。
イリ
そう。私が生まれた理由は聖杯戦争に勝つことだけど、私の目的はキリツグとシローを殺すことなんだから。
She sprints off. She doesn't turn around. I watch until she's out of sight.
ただいまってあれ藤姉のやつもう帰ってきてやがんの。
I take my shoes off and go into the hallway. What is the archery club advisor doing coming home so early?
おかえりなさい、シロ。
帰ってきたか、兵六玉。
Saber is sitting Japanese style in a good manner, and Fujine has her head on the table in a bad manner. Fujine looks utterly defeated. I'm curious as to why, but I'm sure it's nothing that important.
ただいま。遅くなったけどなんか変わったことはなかったか、セイバー。
はい、これといって異常はありませんでした。そういうシロの方はどうでした？学校に見るべきものはありましたか？
いや、異常らしきものはなかったよ。シンジも来てなかったし、学校はいつも通りだ。とりあえず見て回るべき対象から外していいとは思うんだが。
With Fujine sitting right there, I can't just come out and say there isn't a master at my school.
なんか匂う。この甘酸っぱくて雨上がり給料日に隠したまま思い出せなくなった1万円のような気配は間違いなく秘密の匂い。
The lazy dog sniffs the air.
シロから足かせの錆びた匂いがする。怪しい。
Wouldn't it be more accurate to call her a lazy tiger?
お姉ちゃんになんか隠してるのかにゃー。
うわ。
I can't believe it. She's acting crazy.
セイバー、藤姉と何かあったのか？この虎をここまでダメにすんのは並大抵のことじゃないぞ。
いえ、私は何も。大河に元気がないのは空腹だからではないでしょうか。
She says those awful words quite casually.
嘘だ。タイガの腕前が知りたいなんて言って人をボロボロにしたのはセイバーちゃんじゃないのよ。
Fujine pounds on the table. It must have been a frightening, humiliating experience, since she's hiding behind me even as she glowers at Saber. He didn't feed his pet cats in time. Real. Okay, there we go. And I don't know when she started calling Saber Saber-chan.
セイバー、もしかして藤姉と手合わせしたのか？
I think I'm gonna need that little block of color again later.
いえ、大河の時間が空いているのなら体を動かそうと提案したのです。市内による模擬戦ならば大事は起きませんから大河も承諾したのですが。
騙されちゃダメよシロ。セイバーちゃん確実にやる気だったわ。私わかるもん。鉄砲知ってるもん。あれはやる気。もう絶対やる気。うわー、隙を見せたらバターにされる。
Oh, I love Fujine. She's so funny. Fujine trembles.
セイバー、まさか。
Did she go all out against Fujine?
まあつい気を緩めてしまったというか。四郎の帰りが遅いことへの反感と大河の技量が思いのほか高かったことでとっさに反応してしまったというか。
Wow, that's scary. Fujine is a 5th degree black belt in Kendo, but Saber's on another level entirely.
とにかく命が惜しかったら夜打ち朝がけとか禁止禁止。セイバーちゃんを襲ったりしたら地獄開幕。死して屍拾うものなしなんだから。
Oh yeah, there's another problem for me. I have to do something about Saber, who is determined to sleep in the same room as me. I'm a teenage guy. I don't know what'll happen if I sleep in the same room as someone like her.
その心配は無用です、大河。四郎の命令であれば私は従うのみです。
Don't.
私から四郎に手を挙げることは
Saber, you're
決して
not helping.
むむセイバーちゃん、なんか今すごい微妙なこと言わなかった？
とりわけ何も。それよりタイガ、今晩よりシローと同室になりますが、どうか誤解なきをお願いします。
Fujine freezes. Here it comes. Considering the power balance between us, it's going to be me.
藤根、実は昨日から秘密にしていたんだが。
I try to pacify Fujine, who is standing behind me.
よいしょっと。
She completely ignores me, and I hear sounds of her stacking something like telephone books.
よく聞いてくれ。セイバーは日本語がわからない。
せーの。
Oh, I knew it. She's doing something like a sleeper hold move on me. Fujine doesn't know how to go easy, so it's really dangerous for her to choke someone.
そんな場合じゃねえ。おい、藤根、はいけ、決まってるから。本気で落ちる。
I hear my bones creaking. Continued grappling is Fujine's only reply.
ギブギブ、やめろって、そこから投げに持ってくるなし。
I start to pass out, and as a last resort, I start to tap out. But...
うるさい！落ちちゃえ、このドラ息子！お姉ちゃんはシローをそんな風に育てた覚えなんかないんだから！
Oh, I'm really passing out now. Man, why don't my troubles come one at a time?
ひどい目にあった。
I crack the joints in my neck. Thanks to my training, I only got some bruises, even though I was thrown down to the floor.
面目ない。こうひねってからは手を離して受け身可能にしようと思ったんだけど、シローったら思ったより重くて投げるだけで精一杯でさ。
当たり前だ。いつまでも子供じゃないぞ。藤姉の細腕でジャーマンなんかやんなよな。下手し。
はい、
Whoops.
反省してます。
セイバーもセイバーだ。同室って言っても隣の部屋だろ。厳密に言うと一緒の部屋じゃないぞ。
ですが、私はシローの身を守るためにですね。
十分守ってもらえてる。大体な、同じ部屋になんて寝られたらこっちが先に参っちまう。セイバーには悪いけど、あれが最大の譲歩だ。それ以上は徹底抗戦だからな。
難しいものですね。
二人とも分かったんならよし。さて、夕飯の支度でも始めるか。
I get up while trying to loosen up my neck.
そうだ、藤根。今日からサクラを止めようと思うんだけど、どうかな。昨日セイバーに使ってもらった離れに。
さくらちゃんを止める？別にいいけど、いきなりどんな心境の変化よ。シロ、ここんとこ妙に変よ。
いや、さくら最近調子悪そうだし、シンジは家を空けてばっかりだから、しばらく周りに人がいた方がいいかなって。
まあいいけど、その旨はさくらちゃんに伝えてあるの？部活の時さくらちゃんいつも通りだったけど。
いや、それはこれから。って藤姉こそ部活どうしたんだよ。こんなに早く帰ってきて。
ちょっと怪我人が出ちゃってね。あとは三辻さんに任せて体調悪い子たちを家まで送って直帰したのよ。
So that's what happened, huh? It's disturbing to hear someone got injured in the archery club, but Fujine wouldn't be here if it was serious. I bet it's something like a jammed finger or anemia. Maybe they cut their finger on the fletching. Ooh, I've done that before. Ugh, that sucks. Well, this is my chance. Fujine considers Sakura a part of the family, just like I do. then I am making an executive decision here. We are telling Sakura ourselves. No, this is an important matter. I can't let other people handle it when it was my idea in the first place. It's not in good faith if I don't ask her myself. Oh, I hear the doorbell.
お邪魔します。
I hear Sakura's voice from the entrance. I guess I should strike while the iron's hot and go ask her right now.
先輩、お邪魔しますね。夕食の支度はこれからですか？
ああ、これからだ。今日は俺が一人でやるから、さくらはのんびりしてていいぞ。その代わり、藤姉の相手でもしてやってくれ。セイバーに任されて自信喪失してるんで、トランプか何かで追い打ちを頼む。
はあ、先輩ひどいんだ。藤村先生、今日大変だったんですよ。
そんなこと言ってたな。じゃあ路線変更して将棋あたりでなんとか。
将棋ですね。はい、それなら藤村先生の独壇場です。私じゃ飛車抜きのハンデもらってもコテンパンだからちょうどいいと思います。
Sakura's in a good mood. Her bruise appears to be healing, and her earlier gloominess seems to have disappeared. Yeah, this is a good time to ask.
で、さくら、唐突だけど今日からうちに泊まってけ。
泊まれって先輩？
しばらく麻藤の家には帰るなってことだ。期間はそうだな。できれば1週間ぐらいいてほしい。あ、藤姉には許可取ってあるからな。
Sakura's face stiffens. She stares at me as if peering into my mind.
無理を言ってるのは分かってる。けど、さくらにはどうしても泊まってもらう。どう思われてもいいから、しばらくうちで暮らしてくれ。
Sakura doesn't answer. She stares at me silently, and then asks me that question. I can't tell her why. I can't tell her that Shinji's a master and anything else would just be a lie. Everyone has their secrets. I'm a guy, so I have many secrets I can't tell Fujine or Sakura. There are things you just can't say, not even to the people most important to you. But that's also why I can't lie. Sakura's an important family member to me, so I can't lie to her. The air feels like it's freezing over. The silence seems to last forever, and Sakura hangs her head awkwardly. I put my stupid brain to work, trying to come up with something to say.
さくら、理由は言わなくちゃダメか。
She doesn't respond. Instead, she just looks at me with a concerned expression.
私が心配だからですか？
And she clearly states this.
さくらが心配だ。だから、さくらがここにいてくれると助かる。
Her long hair sways. Sakura nods in response. She answers not with her words, but with a brilliant smile. After eating dinner, one only needs to take a bath and go to sleep. This is common knowledge, barely worthy of mention. So there's no problem. Something so mundane couldn't possibly cause a problem. But...
藤村先生、少し相談があるんですが。
なになに？言ってみそう？
ですね。
あ、そっか。着替えの問題があったわね。制服ならうちにあるかな。普段着は私のでいいならあげるよ。あ、それとも家に着替え取ってくる？い
え、うちに帰ったら戻ってこれなくなりますから、できれば帰りたくないんです。 兄さんにはその
それは大丈夫。さっきお家に電話してさくらちゃんのおじいさんに許可取ったから。
先生の家なら安心だ。ご指導よろしくお願いします。
だって
Her old man impression.
なら本当に私ここに泊まっていいんですね。
そうだよ。で着替えの話だけど、寝巻きは私のでいいよね。下着も私のでいいかな。
いえ、その先生のだと目がきついと思うんですけど。
そっか。さくらちゃん胸おっきいもんね。
Taiga, you can't just say
そ
that.
の肉を分けろ。
先生、何するんですか。
冗談冗談。けど困ったわね。さすがにさくらちゃんサイズの下着なんて持ってないし。さくらちゃんつけて寝る派？だよね。おっきい人はそういう人多いよね。けど苦しくないの？
苦しいですけど、そういう時はですね。
なるほどなるほど。若いっていいな。じゃあ明日の朝までにはうちの若いのに揃えさせておくから。そういうわけでさくらちゃんも遠慮なくお風呂入ってらっしゃい。
The way she just, like, sidles off screen. So why are you two having this conversation right in front of me? I'm a guy. If you two talk about that, I won't even be able to look at Sakura without thinking.
あれシロ顔赤いけどどうしたのかな。何やっぱりさくらちゃんの話気になる？
何言ってんだか。そっちの内緒話だろ。俺は聞こえてなんかないし気になんかなってない。
あれそうなんだ。じゃあ私からいいこと教えてあげる。さくらちゃんいいの85なんだってさ。すごいよね。去年から実に13センチも大きくなってるんだよ。
Why are you like this?
シロもそのあたり気づいてたでしょ。最近さくらの体は柔らかそうだなとか抱きしめたいなとか。
藤村先生、どうしてそういうことするんですか。
Get her! Fujine falls to Sakura's counterattack. Sakura's face is red and she is trying to cover Fujine's mouth. Sakura, I understand wanting to prevent Fujine from talking, but if you keep this up, you'll kill her.
ああびっくりした。さくらちゃん見かけによらず武闘派なのね。いきなり息を止めに来るなんて先生びっくりよ。
知りません。藤村先生は少し反省してください。
Sakura gets away from Fujine. Naturally, our eyes meet.
いや、バスタオルは風呂場にある。
それじゃあ失礼しますね、先輩。
Sakura hurries out to the hallway. But if she runs like that...
鼻ぶつけちゃいました。
I wanted to warn her that she'll fall. But she exceeds my expectations and runs straight into the wall.
さくら大丈夫か。
Was she that eager to get away?
はい、大丈夫です。大丈夫なんでお風呂入ってきます。
Sakura disappears into the hallway. With Sakura gone, I relax. As tense as things were getting, I would have had to flee the room in embarrassment if she hadn't left first.
なんだよ。言いたいことあんならはっきり言え。不良教師。
別に。たださくらちゃんも大変だなーって。顔を真っ赤にしたシロいつもより意地っ張りで可愛いし、そういうシロの前だとさくらちゃんも余計恥ずかしかったんじゃないかな。
赤くなんかなってない。あのな、さくらは家族みたいなもんだぞ。ずっと飯を作ってもらってきて一緒に食べてきた後輩じゃんか。そういう後輩に照れてたら先輩失格だ。
じゃあシロは失格したくないんだ。
当たり前だ。さくらはシンジの妹だぞ。友人の妹を預かってんだからちゃんと監督しないとダメだろ。
あ、そういうことか。シロ気がついてないだけかと思ったらそんなことまで気にしてたんだ。
Fujine sighs. This is troubling.
前途多難ね。さくらちゃんも大変だ。
どこ行くんだよ、藤根。
どこって脱衣所。さくらちゃんに着替え用意してあげないと。シロは離れの部屋の準備でもしてなさい。シーツとかちゃんと新しいの出してあげるのよ。
Fujine leaves after giving me an order.
ちょっと客間の準備してくるからセイバーはここにいてくれ。
I leave after seeing Saber nod. I make the bed and check the furniture. I decided to have Sakura use a guest room that isn't normally used. This room is more suited to her, and the door can be locked. Sakura's a girl, so that should be better for her.
別に藤根の言葉に踊らされたわけじゃないけど。
I make the bed. This bed has never been used. The moment I think that Sakura will sleep in this
シロ
bed
もその
tonight,
あたり気づいてたでしょ。
indecent thoughts fill my head.
バカ言うな。そんなこと今さら。
I already know that without being told. I've seen Sakura hit puberty, getting more beautiful by the day. It was a good thing, but I also persuaded myself not to notice it. I've always told myself that she's Shinji's sister, and that she only comes to cook for me because she feels guilty about what Shinji did.
あれからもう1年半か。別にさくらが気にすることでもないのに。
The accident that caused me to quit the archery club. I injured my shoulder. He complained about the burn, and I took the opportunity to leave the club. And Sakura proposed to help me out until my injury healed. She was like a child back then. She waited for me in front of my house one day, but it took 2 hours of awkward silence before she worked up the courage to say she wanted to help me.
あの引っ込み思案なさくらが今じゃ弓道部の期待の星だもんな。
Sakura is cheerful now. I first met her 4 years ago when I went to Shinji's house after getting to know him. She was quiet and had a habit of hiding her face with her hair. Well, she still is, but she was really lifeless back then. She always looked depressed and would just absent-mindedly stand there. Considering that, it's wonderful to see how Sakura is doing now. It relieves me to see Sakura, the girl who only used to look downcast, smile.
そう思うことはないの？さくらの体は柔らかそうだなとか、抱きしめたいなとか。
I don't really know. She was always just my underclassman. But recently, that changed. I don't know if it happened recently, or if I only started to notice it just now. Or was she so close to me that I didn't have to notice?
今まで平穏にやってきたってのにどうしてこう。
Why is my mind going crazy from just having Sakura stay over? I'm being inconsiderate of her. I'll finish cleaning and show her to her room.
あれ、セイバー、さくらは？
さあ、こちらには来ていませんから、まだ入浴しているのではないですか？
入浴中ってもう1時間は経ってるよな。
Well, perhaps she takes long baths? After all, she has more places to wash.
ああ、もうやめやめ。変な想像しない。
I shake my head and sit down at the table. I pour myself some tea and drink it. I shake off the image in my head and relax. Then,
シロ、さくらは目が悪いのですか？
Saber asks me a strange question.
いや、別にそんなことないけど、両目合わせて 1.5 あるんじゃないかな。
そうですか。頻繁に壁や柱に体をぶつけていますから、視力に問題があるのではと危惧してしまいました。
あ、なるほど。あ、その心配はありがたい。けど、さくらは至って健康だよ。最近は疲れてるから危なっかしいだけで、普段は俺よりしっかりしてる。
それならばいいのですが、仮にそうだとしても、入り口と壁を見間違えるほど疲労が溜まっているのは問題です。試験ですが、先ほどの衝突は疲れからではなく、純粋に目測を誤ったものと感じましたが。
That's a very natural conclusion. Even if you're tired, you still shouldn't be running into walls. Where is Sakura anyway? Even if she's taking a bath, an hour is too long. I am making another executive decision. We should go check on her ourselves. The reason I am doing these is because it gives you more Sakura points, which obviously we want a lot of because we are on her route, and Sakura in particular has some very high benchmarks you need to meet. So we are going to check on her. I should go check on her. If Saber's right, this isn't the time to be hung up on embarrassment.
Sakura?
I call out to her from the hallway. There's no reply from inside the dressing room. No, I don't even feel a presence in there.
Sakura! Oi! Sakura! 入ってるか?
I knock on the door. I gradually start to knock harder, and I'm banging on the door before I notice.
Sakura! おい、ちょっとでいいから返事しろ!
My anxiety turns to cold certainty. Something's wrong. I can't go inside, so I'll have to get Saber or Fujine.
どうしたんですか？そんなに慌てて。
さくら、いや、なんでもない。少し時間がかかってるみたいだから、なんかあったのかなって。
Hello, Daniel. Welcome, welcome.
時間？おかしいな。私、そんなに長く入ってましたか？
Sakura sounds absent-minded. She sounds lost in thought, as if she'd just woken up.
さくら、もしかしてとは思うんだけど。
はい。気持ちよかったんで、ちょっと寝ちゃいました。
バカ、脅かすなよ、ほんと。
I crumple down to the floor.
すみません。すぐに上がりますね。
そうしてくれ。まったく、風呂で寝たりしたら風邪ひくぞ。
I lean against the wall. It turned out to be nothing, but I'm glad Sakura's okay. She should be better once she gets a good night's sleep.
ゴト?
I hear the sound of something heavy falling. It came from the other side of the door.
さくら!
There's no reply. I feel no presence on the other side of the door.
入るぞ、さくら!
Oh boy. I think I may need this again soon. I rush into the dressing room. There, I see Sakura on the floor. Okay, no, she's like half dressed. Okay, we're good. I hold Sakura up in my arms. Her body is soft and surprisingly hot. She doesn't seem to be conscious, but she's moaning in pain. Her hand grabs her chest as if wanting to take her shirt off. She gasps. This is way too much for me. Her body is soft and her hair is unraveled. Shiro, she is in distress. This is not what you should be focusing on right now, my dude. Her shirt is the only thing between my arms and her body, and this isn't the Sakura I know. Her shirt sticks to her body. I'm not reading that. Sakura's like 9 years younger than me. I'm not reading that. It feels like my heart will leap out of my chest. My head wouldn't be this hot even if I drank a love potion. I realize that my mouth is watering, and I swallow with great difficulty. Her beautiful lips make my head go wild. Shiro! Her body is so hot and soft that it makes me realize how... Why is he like this? My head goes blank. It's not a girl's body I'm holding, but a woman's. This isn't the Sakura I know. Then it shouldn't be a problem if I hold her a little. I shake my head. This isn't the time. Even considering that Sakura just got out of the bath, her temperature isn't normal. Moreover, simple anemia wouldn't make her clutch at herself like that.
Sakura! Oi! Shikkari shiro, Sakura!
I call out to her. The hairs sticking to her forehead drop down. Sakura slowly opens her eyes and stares at me.
先輩、どうしているんですか？
バカ！どうしてじゃないだろう！熱があるんならあるって言え！
熱って私ですか？
お前以外に誰がいる？いいから自分でおでこを触ってみろ。すごく熱いぞ。
けどそんなに熱くないですよ、私。
Sakura must still be half asleep as she is still in a daze.
いいからおとなしくしてろ。すぐにベッドに連れてくから。
先輩、どうしたんですか？
部屋まで連れてく。言っとくけど暴れるなよ。俺だってこれ以上は自信がない。
I lift up Sakura in my arms and go out to the hallway.
先輩、私抱っこされてますか？
I must have surprised her as she clings onto my neck. I feel something soft on my chest, but I have to ignore it for now.
もう日課の鍛錬よりきついぞこれ。
Come on, Shiro. It's a matter of speed now. I have to carry Sakura to her room before my reasoning disappears.
熱は37度ちょいか。なんだ、思ったより低かったな。
I put the medical thermometer down and look at Sakura.
すみません。なんか緊張してお風呂に入ったらのぼせたみたいです。
Sakura hides her face with the futon.
まあ引いちまったもんは仕方がない。この程度の風邪なら薬飲んで一晩寝てれば治るから、今夜はおとなしくしていること。椅子の上に水を置いておくから、できるだけ離れからは出ないようにな。外に出ると体を冷やすから。
I put another blanket over her just in case and turn the lights off.
じゃあな、明日の朝起こしに来るから、それまでゆっくりしてろ。
I pat her on her head, then start to walk to the door. Then, something pulls me back. I turn around to see that Sakura is holding my sleeve.
さくら、すまん、握られてると出られないんだが。
She must have been doing it unconsciously since she jerks her hand away when she realizes it.
すみません先輩。私熱でぼーっとしちゃってて、それで。
Sakura jumps up and tries to make an excuse. Even in the dark, I can tell that she's blushing furiously.
さくら、もしかして怖いのか？
はい。知らないところで一人で眠るのは怖くて。
Her hair is hiding her face, so I can't see her expression. But right now, she seems just like the shy girl I met years ago.
そっか。初めて使う部屋で風邪っ引きってのも不安だよな。
I sit down on the floor. I lay my back against her bed. It's for the best because I don't think I can face Sakura right now.
先輩。
もうちょいここにいる。しばらくすればさくらも部屋になれるだろうし、さくらが寝ついたら出ていくよ。正直言うと、さくらが無理しないか心配だしな。あと30分は監視してるから、おとなしく横になってろ。
I raise my hand and flutter it.
はい。それじゃあ、もうちょっとだけお付き合いくださいね、先輩。
I feel a slight movement of air. It must be Sakura pulling up her blanket. I'm glad I can help Sakura like this. This is nothing compared to what she has done for me. The sound of the clock ticking echoes through the dark room. I don't know if it's because I have my back to her or because I saw her sad face. But the emotions that assailed me when I carried Sakura have disappeared, and I'm able to calmly stare at the clock. And after a long period of silence...
先輩、起きてます？
A gentle voice lights up the darkness.
うん。
I nod in response. That must have been good enough.
はい。今日はありがとうございました。
And Sakura falls asleep peacefully. The lights go out. It's 11 o'clock and the town is going to sleep.
では竜道寺にマスターがいると。
遠坂の話じゃな。厄介な相手だから手は出すなと言ってたけど、町の昏睡事件はそいつの仕業らしい。その真偽は定かじゃないけど、どっちみち確かめなくちゃいけないだろう。
Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
そうですね。確かに竜道寺に至る霊脈に作為的なものを感じます。あの山にマスターがいることに間違いはないでしょう。
どうしたセイバー、乗り気じゃないのか？昨日に比べてどこか覇気がないけど。
はい、あの山はサーバントにとって鬼門です。軽はずみな進行は避けたい。
じゃあ今夜は巡回にとどめて、竜道寺はもう少し情報を得てから探りを入れるか。確かに相手がどのサーバントのマスターかも知らないうちに攻め込むのは無謀だし。
いいえ、その必要はありません。竜道寺に今日構えるようなマスターならば、おいそれと正体を明かさないでしょう。早々に決着をつけるのならば、正面から力で打ち破るのみです。
Saber is determined. She must believe we have a chance. Either way, if the master at the temple is responsible for all the recent coma victims, we have to do something.
よし、竜道寺に行こう。けどセイバー、今回の目的はあくまで調査だからな。相手のマスターの正体とどのサーバントを連れているかが分かったら一旦引こう。情けないが、俺にはセイバーの援護ができない。その分慎重に行きたいんだ。
I can't allow Saber to get hurt, just like the fight with Berserker. If I can't help her directly, I have to protect her in some other way.
わかりました。最終的な判断はシローに委ねます。戦闘か退却かはあなたが決めてください。
それはそれで嬉しいんだが怖いな。万一倒せる相手が出てきても臆病風に吹かれて逃げ出しかねないぞ、俺。
なるほど。そういった場合も考えられますね。シローは戦闘経験が少ないですから。
ああ、そればっかりは事実だからな。自分から地雷原に突っ込むような真似は避けたいし、そういう時は注意してくれると助かる。
はい。ではシローが判断を誤った時は私から忠告を。もちろんそれではシローのためになりませんから、シローの判断が間違えていた場合、何らかのペナルティを負ってもらうことにしましょうか。
何らかのペナルティって具体的に言うとどんなさ。
さあ、それを口にしてはつまらない。数少ない楽しみですから、私だけの秘密としましょう。
Ugh. That joke isn't very Saber-like. It must be Fujine's influence. I really do hope it's just a joke.
しかしシロー、私たちはともかくさくらは大丈夫なのですか？あの苦しみようは尋常ではありませんでしたが。
ああ、俺もそう思ったんだけど、熱を測ってみたら大したことなかった。とりあえず一晩ゆっくり休んでもらって様子を見る。
そうですか。では迷いなく戦いに赴けますね。
I nod and look at the outbuilding. Sakura's room is on the second floor. I have to leave without her noticing, and I have to come back as if nothing has happened.
行くぞセイバー。ここからはマスターとしての時間だ。他のことは考えない。
I leave with Saber at my side. High overhead, clouds pass before the moon, and the darkness deepens. The wind is blowing the overhead clouds. Lit by fading moonlight, we start running towards enemy territory. A high-pitched sound rings out. The brilliant moonlight glints off the drawn sword as it clatters to the stairs. Blood is on his lips. The man on his knees on the stone steps bids his longsword goodbye as it falls away. His arms are the next to fall. Wet with blood, the elegantly patterned fabric of his battle coat looks like a giant red flower.
なんとよもやダカツマカツの類とは。
In steep contrast to his bloody body, his lips are white. Neither breath nor blood passes his throat now. Sasaki Kojiro's internal organs no longer serve their original purpose. The mountain gate is quiet. The servant that guarded the place, the shadow that appeared, neither of them move. The battle has already ended. Assassin was defeated by someone who came up the stone steps. He had no time to identify the intruder as an enemy, let alone cross swords. This someone was on a different level to begin with. Assassin's body bursts open. Torn, mutilated, and weaponless, he cannot even take his own life. The shadow approaches. It strokes Assassin's cheek with a scornful, cherishing gesture. A deformed, spider-like hand comes out of his stomach. His bones crack. His flesh rips apart. It feels as if his organs are turning into someone else's. Assassin suppresses the regurgitating blood. The swordsman swallows it and smiles with his pale lips.
よかろう。好きにするがいい。所詮は我が腹より吐いてるもの。ろくな性根ではなかろうよ。
He smiles, even though he is denied an honorable death. If one talks about a grand spectacle, his smile is grander than the spawning of this abomination. And thus, it is summoned. Taking the false servant's flesh as its own, the true assassin enters our world. His first cries sound like those of an insect. The black insect that crawled from the swordsman's stomach devours the body that was his own nursery. He giggles while tearing the flesh apart. He laughs while crunching on the bones. Every time he does so, the insect becomes more like a man, and the empty brain acquires human wisdom. And after a while, he has finished sipping every last bit of the blood and blesses the birth of his own self, the assassin. The only ones to witness are the chorus of insects and the shining moonlight. The high-pitched birth cry melts into the darkness. An ominous moon. A white skull laughs under the black burned sky. We run up the stone steps. Saber is already armed. We're both straining our nerves in preparation for an enemy attack. The steps are long, and the wind is warm even though we're near the mountaintop. According to Saber, this mountain has a boundary field that repels servants. Servants will lose most of their power and magical energy if they enter the mountain from anywhere other than the front gate. Therefore, the only way we can enter is through the front gate. But...
てっきり待ち伏せてると思ったんだが、サーバントの気配しないよな、セイバ
ありません。この石段には私以外のサーバントは。
Saber suddenly stops and looks down.
ー。セイバー、なんかあったのか？
いいえ、私の気のせいでしょう。刀らしきものが見えた気がしましたが、そのようなものはどこにもない。この山門に守り手はいません。境内に向かいましょう。
Saber starts running again. I tilt my head in wonder, but hurry to keep up with her. The compound is dead silent. The wind is strong. All around is thick darkness. Despite the moon overhead, the terrible darkness remains. I look up. The moon is there, of course. Its rays shine down on the compound. But the area is still shrouded in darkness.
セイバー。
ええ、様子がおかしい。ここまで踏み込んで反応がないなどありえません。それに、これは静かすぎる。
中を調べよう。竜道寺は50人近い大所帯なんだ。こんなに静かなんてことがあるもんか。
We head for the temple. There's no one around. After confirming that the compound is empty, we go inside. Everyone in the temple is sleeping. They do not even twitch. They don't react even when we touch them. All the monks, without exception, are weakened. No matter how hard we try to rouse them, they just lie there, breathing peacefully as if enjoying a dream. Of course, my classmate is among them. Ryudo Issei is sleeping peacefully as well. We quickly move across the wooden hallway. It's because Saber felt a presence. Saber pointed toward the main temple building. The master responsible for this disaster is there. We step into the shrine. The first thing we see is the red blood spreading on the floor. The center of the temple is wet with blood. There is a man lying there as well. His chest must be pierced, as the man is dyeing the floor red. The wound is fatal, and the man has lost enough blood to die. He is already dead. I know this man, and it seems he was master to the one standing beside his body. The servant is looking down at her master with a mysterious dagger in hand. Pain lances through my head, accompanied by a sense of apprehension. It's not that I'm scared of this scene. That dagger is ominous. It seems Saber does not feel anything, but I can tell that the dagger has dreadful power.
Caster!
Saber readies herself. The servant in a purple robe, Caster, does not answer. I don't know if Saber took it as an opening or as an insult. But she tries to charge.
ダメだ待てセイバー
シロ、なぜ止めるのです？今置いてキャスターを撃つ機会は。
そうじゃない。あの担当には触れるな。あれは魔術破りだ。もしかするとマスターとサーバントの契約だって立つかもしれない。
ではキャスターは自らのマスターを。
I don't know if she did, but I'm sure the dagger she's holding has unearthly power.
キャスター、貴様、主に手をかけたな。
Saber rushes in with an angry roar. Caster turns around. With her vigor gone, she looks more like a ghost than a heroic spirit. The sword flashes through the air. It slices the robe, but Caster manages to jump back.
セイそうとどめを刺しに来たというわけね。誰の筋書きだか知らないけど周到なこと。
黙れ。主を裏切った者の言葉など聞きたくもない。自らの行いを恥じ、ここで裁かれるがいい。
私がマスターを殺した。宗一郎様を私が。それは愉快ね。こんなことになるのなら本当にそうしてしまえばよかった。
She starts laughing maniacally. The black-robed magus puts her dagger away and points at Saber.
目障りをセイバー。主もろとも消え去りなさい。
Saber does not even need to answer. She raises her sword without hesitation. Caster disappears. The battle between the two could not be called a battle. Caster's magic was supreme, but it did no good against Saber, who has high magic resistance. Saber nullified every magic Caster used and killed her in one blow.
キャスターは倒しました。マスター、指示を。
ああ、そうだな。これ以上ここにいても何もできない。病院の前に琴峰に連絡して後を任そう。昏睡してる人たちはそれで助けられるはずだ。
But we can't save the corpse in front of us. Castor has disappeared, leaving only her master's corpse at our feet. His death will likely be kept a secret. Nobody will know what happened to him, and he will disappear from everyone's memory.
シロ、
分かってる。マスターはあと4人もいるんだ。立ち止まっている余裕はない。
賢明です。気持ちはわかりますが、干渉は押しとどめてください。
Saber turns and starts to walk. Engraving the sight of the corpse into my mind, I follow. Wait. What was that?
シロ、どうしたのです？足を止めて。
いや、今なんか視線を感じたっていうか、誰かに見られてる気がしたっていうか。
Oops.
いいえ、何も感じませんでした。この周囲に人がいないことは確認したはずです。シロの気のせいではないですか？
そうかな。セイバーがそう言うんなら間違いないか。うん、きっと俺の勘違いだ。
では急ぎましょう。キャスターが倒れた今、昏睡していた人々も目を覚まします。私たちの姿を見られては面倒だ。
She's right. Tonight will leave a bad taste in my mouth, but it should put an end to the mysterious coma incidents. That should be good enough for tonight.
わかった。すぐに山を降りて琴峰に連絡。あとは家に戻って今夜は休もう。
Saber nods in satisfaction and leaves the temple. I follow after Saber, even though it's really hard for me to leave this place. The man who used to be a master lies silently in this holy place. The lead actor has left. The only ones remaining on the stage are silent corpses. And something is devouring the corpses. No bodies remain. The wooden floor turns into a bottomless swamp, swallowing up the man's flesh and spilled blood. It consumes not only the man, but the one who obeyed him. The soul that was servant Castor is swallowed into the darkness. It is not a legitimate flow. The defeated servants are to be consumed by the Holy Grail. If anyone interferes with this balance, it will only bring his own death and destruction. It cries silently. It writhes in pain, sobs, exposes itself, and finally consumes the first one. It walks on. Lacking a voice, it expresses its pain with the whole of its body. There are no words, nor emotion. It never had those functions in the first place. But it still grieves, as if it has become aware of its existence for the first time. And this, the lean into horror, is one of my favorite things about Heaven's Feel. It's already after 2 in the morning. Despite my daily training, running to the Ryudo Temple and back is still tiring.
そうだ。セイバー、先に部屋に戻っていてくれ。
どこに行くのですシロ。今夜はもう休むのではないのですか？
ちょっとな。すぐに戻るから心配すんな。俺だって疲れてるし、早く休みたい。
なるほど。さくらの容体が気になるのですね。
Now, we do have one more scene, and it's probably going to be a bit long, considering the kind of scene that it is. So, I'm gonna be back in a few minutes. I gotta take care of some stuff before we get into this. Okay, I apologize for that. Let's get back into it.
その水を変えないとまずいだろ。セイバーこそちゃんと隣の部屋で寝てくれよ。襖も閉めてちゃんとしてないとダメなんだからな。
ああ、そうでしたね。同室でないのは不都合ですが、シローが強情を張るのではやむを得ません。言われた通り、隣の部屋で待機しましょう。
Saber looks discontented. Huh. You're stubborn as well. I returned to my room, filled with self-hatred.
午前3時。1時間も何やってたんだ、俺。
I let out a heavy sigh. There's only one simple explanation. Sakura looked like she wasn't sleeping well, so I took time adjusting her blanket and bringing her fresh water. Such simple tasks were really painful and difficult for me.
目隠しでもあればよかった。
That would have solved everything. Well, I had my eyes closed anyway, but a blindfold would have prevented me from giving in to temptation and opening them.
寝る。
Hang on a sec, my headphones are acting up.
こんな時はあれだ。寝ちまうに限る。
I cover my head in the futon and drive all worldly thoughts out of my head. I close my eyes and clear my head. Sure you do, buddy. See? I'm physically exhausted anyway, so it should be easy for me to fall asleep. Yeah, about that. Red. The town at evening is completely red, as though painted with a certain something. Like a bench with a paper sign attached. Everywhere I take a step and everything that touches my hand makes a sticky sound. I walk down the asphalt road. When I lift my head, I see that the buildings are dyed a uniform scarlet. The walls look like giant nails coming out of the sky and piercing the earth. The red sun seems to be peering down on me from the sky, as if to tell me there's no escape. I'm walking alone. Shinto is utterly silent. Either everyone is holding their breath and hiding, or there was no one here to begin with. But it hurts. This redness, intense enough that it's an assault on the eyes, is making me dizzy. The town is too empty. Maybe there was some kind of evacuation notice, and I was the only one who didn't get it. That thought lets me accept the redness. I should go home. Blank is waiting. Isn't that Tosuka? Even from a distance, I can tell. Hey, Tosuka. She ignores me. She walks on, fluttering her hair, which is long enough to touch the ground. She's wearing her uniform, so she must be going to school. I run after her. Tosuka doesn't notice. The distance between us doesn't close at all. She's walking and I'm running, but she's gradually getting farther away. By the way, Tosuka must be walking with an extremely long stride. No, she isn't. I'm running fast enough to make me short of breath, but Tosuka is still faster. Her long hair disappears into the school, like a fluttering butterfly. By the way, there's nobody in the school either. Empty, empty. It's as if the red scenery has been skillfully crafted from sugar. If the red sunlight became strong enough, it would all fuse into a formless mass. By the way, I hear a woman's laughter. It has a charming quality, like two young girls frolicking together. An image rises in my mind of two beautiful sisters, alike as twins. I open the door and enter the classroom. By the way, I wonder why I chased her here for no reason. Yuri is happening. I feel no surprise, nor any unpleasant feeling. The two of them are embracing like lovers, making me doubt the issue of gender. In this red scenery, I think they even seem more correct this way. But there is one thing that worries me. The fact that Mitsuzuri's arms are as limp as those of a corpse. I was wrong. She isn't embracing her. She's feeding on her. A praying mantis is devouring a white butterfly. I'm drawn in, unsteady on my feet. Mitsuzuri looks like a wax figure. Her life is being stolen away by the second. Tosuka is smiling with a lazy look in her eyes. She brings her face close to Mitsuzuri's neck. Mitsuzuri does not resist, her pale throat exposed to Tosuka. Tosuka's lips, no, her teeth. The wax figure's chest twitches. Though I run to save her, it's as slow as moving through water. I can't make it in time. I can only watch as Tosuka gulps down and Mitsuzuri crumples to the floor. She licks her fingers. The sight of her tongue coiling about her fingers is bewitching. It's far too alluring. The heavy atmosphere around Tosuka envelops and submerges me. Tosuka is still licking her fingers. The wet sound flows into my ears.
よかった。来てくれたのね、エミヤくん。
Her voice is thick and filled with desire. I feel so dizzy, it's as if I'm inside a kaleidoscope. My thoughts are as paralyzed as my limbs. By the way, my body had lost its freedom long before.
どうしたの？私のことが怖い？エミヤくん。
I can neither affirm nor deny it. The woman with the bewitching smile is too attractive to resist, and frightening as if she is about to capture and kill me. A fly being played with by an orb weaver. There is no chance of escape or of opposition.
美味しかったわ、綾子は。
With that, she confirms that the secret really was a feeding. But still, why Mitsuzuri?
だってあなたを待つ間我慢できなかったんだもの。
Her smile is filled with joy. Tosuka reaches out. For some reason, I imagine her slender arms coiling many times around my body. Tosuka's sweet scent envelops me, extending her control even to my lungs.
次はあなたの番よ。
Tosuka's limbs are wrapped around me. Her soft, womanly body drowns out the flickering warnings in my mind. I feel as though I'll crumble in her embrace. Her face is close enough to kiss. Her moist eyes are filled with an unsteady desire. Her breathing is deep enough to suffocate me.
今度はエミヤくんを食べてあげる。
Tosuka's lips touch me at the nape of my neck. They're warm and wet. The soft sensation creeping along my neck makes my consciousness dissolve like candy. Sharp fangs pierce my skin. Tosuka is biting into me. Just like with Mitsuzuri, her fangs at my neck, it doesn't hurt. They say when a spider consumes its prey, it begins by anesthetizing it? I don't know how to say that word. This anesthesia sends me into an even deeper trance. The sensation of her lips on my skin feels so good, it's as if I might melt away. I must say, Shiro, you're a bit off the mark with these spider comparisons. Snake might be more appropriate. The nape of my neck is softly dissolving. With every mouthful Tosuka drinks, my body turns steadily into sugar. She sucks out everything that is inside me, and to replace it she pours in a nectar that melts my body. It seeps softly into my bones, my muscles, my skin. My throat has already dissolved, leaving me unable to even moan. Everything below my neck is steadily dissolving, and the impossible feeling is deceiving my senses. Tosuka sticks fast to my neck, drinking as her shoulders tremble, as if she's truly happy to be sucking my blood. My dizziness causes my vision to blur and duplicate. I suddenly realize my breathing has stopped, and my blood has been drained away, so it doesn't circulate my body. In its stead, the sweet, strong liquid from Tosuka soaks my whole body. While still being eaten, I hear a voice that I should not hear. My brain goes numb, melted by the voice. Tosuka whispers as she drains me of blood. It's as though there's a pump inside me. The pleasant feeling melts me instead, and my bones are gone. This is the limit. What's gone is gone. My veins are dry, and it should be impossible to wring out another drop. She keeps drinking. There shouldn't be anything left to suck out, but Tosuka continues to gulp down. It's as if she's converting my very life into blood. I see. In that case, this won't end so easily. Drinking endlessly, in the red classroom, she persistently sucks from me. My figure is melting away completely, being sucked into nothingness by her. A woman's voice reverberates in my mind. As the voice whispers, I'm drying up and withering away in red. Woo! Can you believe that was the censored version of that? Oh my god. Alright, so that is the end of day 5. Which does mean that we are going to start wrapping up here. Let me take a look at the flowchart for day 6. Take a peek at what's going on over there. Day 6 appears to be a relatively chill day for the most part, I think. Yeah, I think so. So, Next week we'll be doing day 6 of Heaven's Feel. Tomorrow we're going to be playing some Grand Blue, gonna be continuing the main story. If I remember correctly, we are set up to be meeting Eugen next, so that'll be fun. And then Sunday we're playing some Genshin. Doing some stuff in Natlan. So, thank you to everybody who stopped by, and I hope to see you all next time.